What is up, guys? Trevor here, or Legend76. We are back for another game review. Today's game is going to be Borderlands, the Pre-Sequel. Now, this game is the third game in the Borderlands series, but it takes place between Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. This game was released October 14th, 2014, so not too long ago, 5 years ago. Well, 4 years and a few months. Game is actually I think it's a really good game. I mean, it's not that bad at all. I would definitely play it a lot. I actually have 114 hours in the game. Alright, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of gameplay on it too. Now, I am pretty far in this game, and I've completed this game multiple times, but I'm just gonna do some side missions. Let me see where I can go. Oh, here. This game is actually kind of a nice game. I mean, it takes place where instead of you knowing like the normal Vault Hunters we know, we get introduced to new ones. Now this is if you didn't play Borderlands 2 though. This has Athena in it, which I don't know, but it might have been an enemy in Borderlands 1. I can't remember. You have Doppelganger, which is who I'm playing, which is Jack. Jack's body double, Handsome Jack. And then I got a little skin with him without the mask on, with the Vault symbol in his face. And then there's also, wait, what's that? Is that the, okay, we gotta go in there. And there's also the Lawbringer, and then the Enforcer, and then I'm pretty sure the Enforcer is Wilhelm, which we see in Borderlands 2. And throughout this whole entire game, there actually is many little echoes, little voice echoes, that explain the characters. Like, there's one in Jack's office for the Doppelganger, which is Jack. There's ones for Wilhelm and Lawbringer, and I think I found like a few by Athena, but not all of them. Thank you. They definitely stayed on track with the focus on this game. They didn't really take much detail away from the other ones with this, where stuff that happens in this gameplay kind of ties into the old gameplay. Like, there's missions on here that help explain why there's different species on Pandora, or why there's different enemies, or why people are like they are. Like in this one, Wilhelm, the Enforcer. He actually, I think he's an Enforcer. He has the abilities where instead of it being like us, where we just have extras to our perks and stuff, he actually becomes more of a robot. He gets, like, I think, robotic arms, and then I think one of the last things he can do is become an actual robot. Can I actually hit a thing? A lot of people did like the game, a lot of people didn't. Some people think that this game wasn't actually needed to be released. I say it's actually not that bad of a game. I liked it. I think it's definitely a good add-on. I'm hoping that Borderlands 3, which I think they said is planning on coming out later this year or next year, it ties into the beginning and the end of this game. Because in the beginning of this game, it brings you to a flash forward, I guess. I mean, this whole game, I guess, is really a flashback. But in the beginning, it's Athena tied against a pole in the middle of Sanctuary. And then in Sanctuary, she's like talked to about how, like, oh, why was this all like this and all this stuff. And they actually do investigate her and all this stuff with Lilith and Mordecai and Brick. And then they were gonna shoot her, but she says the story, that we play. And then at the end of the game, Spoilers if you didn't play it. They're about to shoot her, and then one of the Guardians, which we fight in this game, and we meet in this game in front of Colonel Zarpedon, one of the Guardians actually stop the bullets from hitting Athena, and then he says like, oh, you're not gonna want to kill her. There's a war coming. You're gonna need all the Vault Hunters you can get. So I'm hoping that kind of adds on to Borderlands 3. It would be a good I feel like pickup point. But if not, I mean, I'm sure it'll still be another good game. But yeah, I mean, it got good content. Stays to what it is. And then this one, no one really knows a lot about Jack. I mean, he's kind of a good guy at the moment. I don't think anyone hates him yet. But halfway through the game, starts the big hatred on him, where Moxie and Lilith and Roland start playing in against him. So that's some to help understand why they hate him, what's wrong, what he's doing, and where he all ties into this.
Handsome guy.
Yeah, okay, and at the end of this is where he gets his Vault symbol imprinted in his face. I'm pretty sure if I'm correct, it's because Lilith actually breaks the vault onto him. Actually, hold on, I can play. I think I have a scene with it. Level 40 Doppelganger. Normal mode. Yes, I can kill the Sentinel. Sentinel is the final boss. There's like a few little bosses just like normal game. I think Knuckle Flame is the first one. Here, let me see, where can I go? What am I looking for? No, I can't think of it. Let's just go to Ellis here. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm looking for. But like, there's some little bosses, like the first boss is like Knuckle Flame. He's your starter boss. I think when you kill him, you get your first ability. And then this is where you fight the Sentinel. This is the last boss in the game. Oh yeah, I turned the noise down all the way. I meant to just do the audio. Come on. There we go. They definitely did keep with a lot of the items and the perks and all that stuff. Glad they kept the gun brands, and then they added laser weapons to this, which does play again a big part in the story. With Torg hates laser weapons, he prefers explosive, versus a girl by the name of Janie Springs, who she loves laser weapons, not a fan of explosives. Well, she says explosive nice to make him feel better, but it's weird how many moonstones I got. Yeah, so this is basically an end game thing. You're in this like big area, and I guess this shows you where all the vaults are, all different planets. And this is where we fight one of the I think it's another, if I'm correct, it's like another guardian of the vault. Oh, and then it reopens, I think. Yeah. You go in it. We're just gonna fight this boss here. Yep. This is where we meet the Sentinel. Or the vault. This is the vault, but the Sentinel comes out of it. Now, this boss reminds me of oh my god, I can't think of it. Mordecai's bird. Is a hawk, I think it was. Something wing. Can't think of his name. But how when he was a boss, he had different forms of elemental attack. Same thing happens here. Where's the boss over there? I think right now it's slat or electric at the moment. I don't know if he actually has one at the moment. I mean, get rid of his shield, and I think he does the next one then. Yep. Then he'll go to the center. Nice fire. I mean, it's a very, again, everything, even including the bosses, are very similar. You have these little holes that spew out ammo. Oh wow, they almost killed me on that. You don't see me. Just regain my health. Yeah, nice cryo. Which I don't, I forget if that was actually an element in the Borderlands 2 game. And it's just like other games where if you use a cryo gun on a cryo enemy, they resist it. But another thing I like that they add with this game is something called a ground slam, where because you have an Oz kit, which is right underneath my health, I can slam them on the ground and do a decent amount of damage. What is he now? Oh, no, it's just him. And then I've noticed a lot of enemies in Pre-Sequel is that once they're done with, once their health is gone, or once their shield is gone, their health goes really quick, a lot quicker than it did in like Borderlands 2 and stuff. And this is where we meet the second version of them. I don't know if Borderlands 2 and 1 had a lot of enemies that did this, where they had two different types of phases. Because I know in this one, there's many bosses that do that. One of the first bosses, Knuckle Flame. He does that, where he's in his power suit, and then once he dies, he like comes out and just walks. Colonel Zarpedon does that as well with her power suit, and then he does this too. And shooting his mask is like a shield. To get his shield down, face breaks, and he's vulnerable. And he dies, and then he switches. And I think now he's going to be cryo. Oh no, he's going to be electric. So yeah, first he's the, I think the Invincible Sentinel, that he's the Invincible and Green. Now. Better gun in my inventory. So if I have a shotgun, that'll be great.
One of you's gots to go.
Yeah, that'll work. Oh, that does wonders.
That's right. The good guys are here. Roast the bastard.
That's the only thing good about one of his abilities is the black hole, where he sucks in everything around him, including items, and you can get up close to him personally. And this one's corrosive. Yep. So he does 6 different ones. Vomits. And he even turns with you too, which is really cool. Oh, I need to get on one of those. of an easy boss once you're obviously higher level. Even when you are like level 25, 28, 30, he's still not that hard of a boss. And he's gonna vomit on me. Oh, that does a ton of damage. Yep, and then he dies. Then we get the vault. And then, yeah. I wonder if we can even get an after credit vault scene. I think if we would have got it, we would have got it by now. You do get a lot of loot, as you would with any other after you kill a big boss, end boss. Kind of like killing the warrior in the second one. Get some good shields, some good legendaries. You get a ton of moonstones. So when you're done here, if you want to come back and kill him, you can. If you want to kill him again, if you want to farm him, a lot of people like to farm him. Then you can take some of these legendaries home, some of these other stuff home, and grind them together and make better stuff. And I don't think we're gonna get an after credit scene. That sucks. Actually, he has a pretty good credit scene now. This area does include some really nice parts. Like in some areas, there's some chests. Find it. Yeah, right over there. Yeah, that's a mother. Okay, so I would definitely recommend this game to anyone who is following the Borderlands series, or anybody that's likes this type of game where you follow a story, but you also can kind of choose your way, because it does have a lot of missions where it's like, give this item to like Moxie for a shield, or give it to Torg for a laser weapon, give it to Springs for a laser weapon, give it to Torg for a rocket launcher. It's all kind of choose your destiny, and also same storyline. It's however you want to play it. Also with the trees are really good too. Now I'm pretty sure that you can get more items than you could in Borderlands 2, because instead of you starting at Borderlands 2 at level 5, you start at level 3, which is good. I mean, you get 2 more, not much, but still something. This game does have a really good storyline to it. It follows it so much. There are some times where you can definitely tell, pay attention, that they're reusing characters, like for voice actors, or if they're reusing voice actors for characters. I mean, as you would expect, it's not like it's gonna be everybody's gonna be different. It's easy, even if they have to like put on a different voice. It's easy. They added a lot more mechanics to the game with the Oz kits and everything, and then having Claptrap as a character. Claptrap being a robot, he does not need an Oz kit. He just can't do a space boost as you can with other characters if you have it. But when he has no oxygen, he cannot. But he doesn't die. So that's a nice little mechanic that they add to it. Cheap game, good price game. I think it's actually $20, maybe less, maybe around there, maybe a little more. I forget. I mean, it's definitely a good game. I'd give it like a 4 out of 5 for everything in total average. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the best. I think, depending on their way, how they go with Borderlands 3, that's going to very well backbone the rest of these. Because if they go off the end of this, where it's Athena getting shot, good on them. If not, it's gonna be a lot of people getting angry, wanting the continuation of this. I wonder what characters are gonna do next for Borderlands 3. As you've seen with all the other Borderlands, they kind of pick characters that are representative of the last game. So, like Borderlands 1, you could play Mordecai, Brick, Roland, Lilith. Borderlands 2, you met them all. but you could still play a Siren. You could still play someone with a turret, like Axton had a turret, versus Roland who had a turret as well, just a little different. And then you have like Zero and Mordecai were very similar. So I wonder how it's going to be compared to Borderlands 3. And then Pre-Sequel, we met Handsome Jack. We can play Handsome Jack. When you think about it, it makes sense. Borderlands 1, we could play them. Borderlands 2, we met them. Pre-Sequel came before Borderlands 2 in the line. So Borderlands Pre-Sequel, you could play Claptrap, you could play Jack, you could play Wilhelm. Borderlands 2, you meet them all. So I'm a little excited for what the Pre-Sequel is going to have entail. We'll see. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about getting this game, definitely do it. If you guys think of any other game you want me to play, I'll probably play it. I can probably get it if it's cheap or inexpensive, which is the same thing. I'm probably going to do some video on Borderlands 2, videos on some other reviews this week. Trying to get back in the video thing again, took a break, did it again, so we'll see. So if you guys liked the video, like button. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment on what video I should do next, or other videos you want me to make on gameplay or stuff. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.